What Devils? J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. And we're picking up the fucking paid skis, which are piling up, so I'm going to have to go through a little goddamn quicker because some guys are getting ants in their pants too about their stuff going up. And I've got, shit, another 10 or so. So no further fuck I do. Dissonant Tapes. Paid review, kind of review. Just ask my opinion on the band. Hey, bro, Andrew here from Dissonant Tapes. I went over Dissonant Tapes on, wasn't he the one that asked me to look at his website? Pretty sure it was him. Was that another lady? I think it was him. Unlike all the reviews you've written so far, this is not for my band, but for the Swedish band Soul Reaper and their album Written in Blood. Yeah, it's like an early 2000s album, dude. In my opinion, the most underappreciated death metal album of the 2000s. Huge Altars of Madness vibes on this album, and I think you may dig it. So he's just asking my opinion on it. Because, I mean, I've listened to it. We've had it in stock. I don't remember being anything overly special. I remember being okay. Them and there was Soul Burn as well. I remember always getting the two mixed up. Soul Burn, Feeding on Angels or Feasting on Angels, something like that. It's okay. But yeah, Soul Reaper. I think they got like a couple hours. We had them in stock. I put them on. I smell, yeah, good, not bad. Decent background listen while packing records. Uh, that's pretty much my goddamn take on it. So, next goddamn, let's go over here. Paid ski to Brandon Rumfeld. Paid question. J Dog, how do you decide between buying the CD or the vinyl release when something new comes out? I used to collect CDs more when it was all I could listen to in the car. Now I'm pretty much strictly vinyl, but at the rate I want to collect, it might be worth to buy more CDs and save the $5-10 on demos and splits. Thoughts? I don't really have a rule, man. To be honest with you, I mean, when if it's a band that I'm like a super fan of, longtime fan, the Cannibals, Deicides, etc. I'll just buy both when it comes out, CD and LP, kind of just by default because I already own, every fucking vinyl CD by them. There might be an exception of one or two um, that I might be missing, but in general, I own them all. Same with Mercyful Fate, same with King Diamond. So, if they do a new one, I'll just buy both. But if it's like new band got into, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example because a lot of them, even the new bands that I liked, like say like the whether it been Molder or Pharmacist or Miasmatic and Cross, I own CD or LP of both of those too as well. Um, I guess that's a good example. So like the first Molder album, I only own the LP. I don't own the CD. Um, I think I might have bought. I can't remember if I got that through Hell's or if I bought it, but nonetheless, I had it. That was what available. I liked the cover art and I liked how it stood out. So I was like, oh, this looks like '90s death metal, and I listened to it and I picked up the LP. But there wasn't an option for at the time. Whatever I was looking at, it was LP only, and so I bought that. If it would have been CD only, I probably would have bought that and left it at that. But then the second album, Gross Decay, I own both. Um, so it's there's not like a set dead ass set rule. Um, yeah, new band. Yeah, I guess that's it. If it's classic, the bands I've been a super fan of, I generally just buy both anyways because I've been collecting them for years. If it's a newer band just getting into, whichever comes my way first. And if you have the option for both, if the LP looks really cool, maybe it's like a gatefold cover, it's got a cool color, the cover art is like really badass. Like let's say if I was a big fan of Autopsy's first comeback album, what was that? The Macabre Eternal with that Wes Benscotter art. I thought that was fucking awesome. I only liked a couple songs off that record, so I didn't end up picking it up. But let's just say I was a big fan of that album, and if I was only going to pick a CD or LP, I'd probably buy an LP of that because they have the artwork nice, big, and bold on an LP cover rather than getting that goddamn magnifying glass out to look at a CD. So just case by case scenario. I don't really have a set dead rule. So Zachary Christian, hey, question, sup dog? Young Devil back again. Mostly just a tip because of the drought of paid skis. There was a drought last week, but goddamn, now it's like holy shit! I gotta rapid fire these motherfuckers to get caught up. Super pumped for my In the Sign of Evil seed to come in. Also, for as long as I remember, I've got this sort of ritual on Sundays where I exclusively listen to blasphemous metal on Sundays, and I always listen to a bare minimum of five DSI five DSI rounds on Sundays. Is that a real thing, or you just bullshit me? Does the dog got any sort of mini ritual like that? Zach defecates on their book of belief. Yeah, that's a goddamn Goddamn Deicide line. Deicide line. Defecate on the Book of Belief. Mm-hmm. No, I don't have any rituals like that. No, I can't say that I do. I mean, I have daily routines that have nothing to do with goddamn metal. That are, I don't know if they're rituals. Like, first thing, wake up, take a piss, brush my teeth. I mean, that's like what I do every day. Very first two things I do in the morning. But to me, that's common sense. I don't know who doesn't do that, but I'm sure there's a lot of idiots that don't. But that's not a ritual. And as far as music wise, no, I got nothing, man. Just whatever the fuck I'm in the mood for. In some cases, like say it's a review or something, whatever I have to listen to. So yeah, then I got some goddamn order questions. Get those. Tommy Becker, he's back in the house with a goddamn paid ski. Says, quick question. Where do you get your classic Cannibal Corpse font t-shirts? You mean like the logo shirts? Are they original from back in the day, or are they available today? And if so, where? I don't have any. I don't have any font logo shirts of Cannibal. Do I even have a logo shirt? I think I do. I got a boot one in the back that says "Skull full of maggots." That was I think somebody gave that to me as a gift. But no, none of them were back in the day. Thanks, dude. Keep killing it. Your old pal Tommy Becker. Gregory Shung. Paid question. Yo, Jada. Call me not Greg, 19-year-old newbie here. You would be a newbie if you're 19. Because unless you start listening at like fucking 5 years old, you're new in my goddamn book. Anybody that says, yeah, I've been listening to metal since 2011, you're a newbie, brah, brah. What are you talking about, dude? That's fucking 13 years. Still kind of new in my goddamn book. 2011, that's doesn't seem like long ago at all. Again, I've said it before in a previous video. I, I I think just a few years ago, myself, I'm officially out of newbie status. I considered myself a newbie for years. I wasn't walking around in 2005. Been going to shows since '98. You know, fucking seen it all, heard it all. I always thought because all the guys I grew up around and talked to, they were much older than me. Like, been going to shows since fucking '84. Been going to shows since '88. Going to shows since '87. That's what the guys are saying. Oh yeah, I'm new. I'm a newbie, dude. Missed tons of good shits. I've never seen Cannibal Barnes singing. Never seen goddamn Sinister with fucking Mike singing. Newbie. Um, yeah, but at this point, I have to admit, I can call myself a newbie at this point. That's kind of fucking ridiculous. Going to just by show status alone, 26 goddamn years. I don't know if that's fucking new. So to my thing is, like I said before, we got 20 years or better, then you're out of newbie status. So I've been out of newbie status for only 6 years. So if you got 2011, yeah, those 6 years ago minimum just to get out of newbie status, bro town. The fuck the hell you on with this fucking newbie's goddamn paid ski? Says love the vids. Of course you love the vids, brah. Who don't? If it weren't for you, I'd be stuck listening to Twink Core and the weak ass news shit. Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody's got to call that BS out. Black Dahlia murder is still a favorite, but it ain't as heavy as the true stuff like Deicide. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shit, you got some guys, idiots on this channel, that say Deicide ain't the true stuff. Which again, it's like, how are they fucking not? I get it, like I could see the fucking the Cavalt guys listen to goddamn Blasphemy, Revenge, and whatever the fuck else. Deicide's not the true stuff. What do you mean it's totally the fucking true stuff? Even if you don't like the first two minimally, they're a band that got popular. That's it. And again, but they have, but like, yeah, I like Maiden. Yeah, I didn't like all the rounds, but yeah, Maiden's as true as it gets. How the fuck is it any different then, dude? How can you say Maiden is a true metal essential, but you're like, yeah, I didn't really like anything after No Prayer for the Dying. So it's like, okay, great, you haven't liked an album in 30 years, but you still consider them in the true status. Why wouldn't Deicide or Cannibal then? If you like a few albums by them, let's just say you like the first four, and you're like everything after that, is boring fucking stale death metal. Okay, fine. They'd still be a legendary band. They'd still be one of the trues. They'd still be one of the originals. They'd still be one of the influentials, right? How are they not? But again, nobody says fucking Maiden or Priest or any of that. It's not the true metal. I mean, you might get the ultra cabal, complete fucking idiots of idiots. I'm sure there's one out there. But for the most part, everybody agrees. No, of course that's true metal. That's where you start. That's the Godfathers. That's what started. Yeah, no shit, and I agree. Deicide's one of the Godfathers of death metal. How the fuck are they not? They're not fucking possessed. Dude, the demo came out in '87. Fucking death metal was around for 2 years. That's pretty early on in the goddamn game. And then the first full length 1990. Death metal's been around for 5 years. Well, why 5 years, dog? We've already established. If you don't fucking know by now, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Deathmetal started in 1985. You can argue a little bit here or there, but for the most part, it's 1985. Seven churches, that's when death metal started as a genre. I understand people are still talking out, it's a little bit thrash, whatever. But it's a pretty goddamn good benchmark. I mean, it wasn't put in writing and signed off by fucking 20 guys like it's the fucking Declaration of Independence or some shit of the official year. So you got to use some type of measuring stick. Mine's goddamn seven churches. So 5 years later, the first goddamn Deicide album comes out. That's one of the godfathers of death metal, dude. It just is. So yeah, that's some of the goddamn true shit. But did they get popular? Fuck yeah. Before anything comes in here saying anything fucking stupid to this youngin, then he's gonna be confused shitless. So that's not the true shit. So what is the true shit? If you ask one of these Cabal guys, it's a band that only fucking 12 people have the demo tape. That's just where you're just getting stupid and fucking ridiculous. If I come find you at MDF, can you autograph my guitar backplate? Thanks. Yeah, no problem, bro. Time. Just make sure to bring a goddamn pen in case I don't have one. When I say a pen, dude, not a writing pen. Bring like a Sharpie. Music Matters. He's back again. So it's a kind of a paid fucking bitch ski. Just bitching about shit, it looks like. I don't see any question marks. This paid scrutiny goes out to the cheap fucks that watch Justin's channel and can't even send the man $10 once a month. Yeah, that might get them going though, dude. They don't I don't know. That some guys think that I don't think I'm a dick for doing it. They just maybe shitty, maybe shady, maybe cheap, maybe I don't know what the fuck they think, which is blows my mind because every other goddamn YouTube channel who's kicking ass, according to one guy, I'm not kicking ass at 10,000 subs in 2 years. But the ones that are kicking ass, they all do that. They all do patronage. They all do what's the super chats. They all do the tips. Paid how is it any different than what I'm doing? No, and no, I've never heard anyone calling that shit out ever. But Dog does it, and the only reason again I only started doing it wasn't even to make money. It was I'm tired of getting fucking yelled at for not answering a goddamn question. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. At what point did I say if you put in the comment box with a question mark, it's guaranteed answer? I'm like, yes, the material I'll go over with because it makes it easy for a daily fucking vid. What else am I gonna fucking talk about? You can only talk about the goddamn Tish so many times. So I was like, whatever the fuck they want to. The conversation is up to you guys. It depends on what you ask. So never said it was guaranteed, and people were literally pretty much goddamn yelling at me through email for not answering their goddamn questions. So this is okay. Fuck you, dude. If that's that big of a problem, it's $10 to this email because that's my personal email, and I will definitely get it. So I won't even overlook it. It was just a guaranteed service. Why not 99 cents? Because what the fuck am I going to do with that, dude? By the time they take out the goddamn fee and shit, I'm left off with 5 cents. Not to mention it's goddamn a shout out, and it's got to be something that's worth the fucking time. Benefits both. Some people like it. So it's a service, and it's a service to get your question guaranteed fucking answer. And I'm like, fuck it. It's makes it more worth me doing the goddamn channel, especially doing vids every day, which not gonna fucking lie, is already old as fuck at this goddamn point. Don't hate doing it, but I don't look forward to it either. So I got a hell of a lot more shit I could be getting done. And I don't need goddamn gas money. So it's kind of more to, especially the guy with the views, it's more to your benefit than it's mine. How much do you think I'm banking on 10 fucking bucks? Fuck, they'll leave off of this goddamn shit. Some of these assholes charge $200 a month on Patreon. There you go. I didn't realize that. I knew there was Patreon. I didn't know what the fuck they charged because I don't have a Patreon anyone. There you go. So, some of these assholes charge $200 a month on Patreon for once a week content, and it seems phony as fuck. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Is there anyone in the metal scene actually doing that? Or like, let me know. Put in the comments. Music Matters. Who's doing that? I believe you. I'm not saying you're lying. But there you go. People are pissing and whining over a $10 question that nobody's holding a gun to your head to goddamn do. Jada's, I'm wondering what your top 5 Beatles songs are. A zero. I don't listen to the Beatles whatsoever, and I couldn't even name you any songs. And your top 5 blues songs or artists are zero, because I listen to zero blues. And don't come in and say something stupid like something fucking stupid that you enjoy heavy metal music, but don't recognize the real shit. I don't listen to that particular stuff. I'm not saying I don't listen to anything outside of fucking metal ever as a casual listener, but I actually don't. As far as the Beatles, I know I've heard it, but I could not name you one song. Same with Elvis. I'm sure I know a song that sounds like it's this song. Like, oh yeah, I've heard this, of course. But no, I couldn't name you a song. Honestly, I couldn't. That makes my dick itch. Your dick's gonna be real itchy then, right now. P.S. Special thanks to the guys that are endless inspiration to this here guy with two thumbs. Musicians Robert Vigna and Daniel Saladen. Shout out to them if they watch my shit, which I highly doubt they do. But there you go, boys. Philip Barber. Paid question. This homeboy sent 40 USD. Ah, my kind of homie. He just says, the interview you did last year with the Lurking Corpses was hilarious. Damn straight. It was one of my favorites to do, too. I wanted to do another one with Shane at Elcat's birthday bash when they played, but it was hectic as fuck. Didn't get a goddamn chance to. Would have liked to, though, but everything was kind of, I want to say, rushed. They got there fucking late. I mean, pretty much Shane got there like fucking 10 minutes before they're supposed to get on stage, and they're almost getting yelled at to get on stage because they're. I don't know what the huge rush was. It's funny how all of a sudden the dog gets into goddamn doing shows. Well, a show to start with. There's a rush to do fucking. There's a rush to start time to get things over with. But when I went to shows, it seems like there is no start time. Why the fuck am I getting out of every single show at 2 a.m.? So as soon as I get in there, fucking, there's all of a sudden a schedule. There's a schedule. News to me. I didn't notice the years I was going. That was my introduction to them, and I love their music. Who the fuck don't, dude? Only deaf-ass dum-dums don't like the goddamn Corpses. They'll have the audacity to pick something completely fucking stupid, and I'm absolutely fucking convinced they're just forcing themselves to like shit. It's like, dude, cut the shit. If you like metal or punk to any fucking degree whatsoever, you like the Corpses. Dumbest thing, honestly, dude, every real music fan I know personally, when they hear them, they like something by them. Every single one of them. Now, yeah, there's dum-dums in the comments and shit. I didn't like it. Didn't like the vocals. And you're probably not a real music fan. What do you listen to? Cabal Black Metal and Blood Ox North? That's not real music fucking fan in my book. That's fucking hippies listening to stupid ass fucking shit. Best album to come out this goddamn year, I can tell you right motherfucking now, it's gonna be these three running albums. The new Lurking Corpses, watch out for it on Hell. I think it's coming out next month or so, goddammit. Not next month, sometime after. I don't know. Did he submit the goddamn thing he was told to? Whether he did or not, who the fuck knows? But I think he did. New goddamn Corpses. No doubt about it. Deicide. Fucking, what the hell's it called? Banished by Sin. I'm assuming that's going to be in there with the Corpses. I mean, it'll be in there, goddammit. And honestly, the next goddamn one that'll for sure be in there is the new goddamn Attic. Attic from Germany. If you don't know the band Attic, you are missing out. I gotta say, I don't think I brought him up that many times on this fucking channel. Not for any reason other than just, again, I draw blanks like a motherfucker. Maybe I'll start adding Attic to my goddamn lingo. It's without a doubt, the number one Mercyful Fate King Diamond worship band, especially vocally. That is the only vocals I've ever heard where you're like, holy fuck, is that King Diamond singing? Like, literally, like, if nobody told me ever whatsoever, and I never heard Attic, and they put on they're going to be put on the third album this year. Dawes got it on pre-order, of course, got the goddamn box set pre-order from the label itself. Comes out next goddamn month. And if you put it on, you said, hey, King Diamond's got a new album coming out. I'd be like, oh, this is King Diamond. I would literally, oh, new King Diamond. Would have thought nothing of it. Sounds that fucking close. Portrait and all these other in solitude. Don't hold a motherfucking candle, fucking Attic. And I gotta say, because somebody asked in fucking recent times, what did I say? Metal Lucifer? Ground, they're in there. I would have to say, again, draw blanks like a motherfucker, so here's my official answer. The best, hands down, best 2000s heavy metal band is Attic. So they got two fucking albums, two full lengths, doggones. Those I do own a CD and LP of. To be honest with you, CD and LP. And then the new album, was it Finding the Witchfinder or Witchfinder, something Witchfinder, or maybe that's a new song. I think it's the name of the album too. They have two new songs up on YouTube, and they are fantastic. I must say so. Granted, my two favorites Attic songs to date is one off the first album, the song "Join the Coven," and then on the second album, Serpents in the Pulpits. Those are my two favorite Attic songs for sure. So one on each album. Because I remember when because I've been an Attic fan since their very first record. And I remember when that was out, I was like, man, this is like the greatest thing ever. And then when they were coming out with a second album, heard about, I was like, I'm glad to hear the call second. I was like, but there's no way. I was like, even if it's good, I was like, it's gonna be a lit down from the first album. I was like, there's no way it's gonna be equally as good. Get out, I'm like, fuck, it might even be better. Like, it's definitely at the very least equally as good. And I was shocked. Arguably, you can make an argument maybe it's a pitch better. So pumped for this third album. And I gotta say, King ED, Mercyful Fate, better have his fucking game stepped up. Because I gotta say, isn't Mercyful Fate supposedly doing a new album this year? You got some competition, bro town. Addicts in the goddamn house. And so far, their two new songs, if you just want to use one of them, blows away that crappy new song they played at the live shows. What was it? Something in Ghost in Salzburg or some shit like that. I mean, it wasn't complete junk, but it was definitely a song where it's like, I would have scrapped that. That wasn't very good. Socks were firmly on. The new Addicts blew it away. So it's like, I don't know, bro, John. I think Addicts going to be running circles around you. Pound the king in the dust. I will say this, the Masquerade of Madness, I'm assuming it's going to be the new album. There's a 12-inch maxi. That was really good. So the King ED album seems to have more potential. The Fate album, based off the one new song, it wasn't sounding too goddamn promising. I think Addicts got you beat. So some serious competition coming, Kingy. Watch that. I'll be checking them fucking them tune skis twice before releasing that shit. You're gonna get fucking blown away. They're gonna show the old man how to do it. And I gotta say too, but why don't you bring him for your show, dog? Fuck that. It's probably expensive as fuck. That's outside the dog's budget, especially now these fucking posers don't even listen to goddamn Attic. Hell, I mean, I'm gonna make an educated guess. 50% of you watching right now. Who? Check out Attic, dum dum. It's gonna blow your socks off. If you like real metal, if you like stupid shit, then of course you're not gonna like it. But I would love to see them live. I've watched a couple tracks on live clips on YouTube. I think they played Hellfest and shit like that. But them being a German band, 5 members, tall order to fly over here, and I get the vibe that they're gonna be not saying they're gonna ask for 10 grand on top of the flight expenses and shit like that, but they have a pretty elaborate setup. So it's not gonna be like, hey, just let me bring in my guitar and that's it. So I think that would be, I don't know, that'd be some type of tour. But to my knowledge, they've never been in the States. Granted, it's not like they've been around a super long time. But that is a band. You can add them to the Denial of Gods and shit like that. That I would, and the Hemorrhage and Birdflesh, because are the ones. There's only a handful of bands that I really give a shit that I'm like I really want to see live. Hemorrhage, Birdflesh, and Denial of God are top 3, along with you throwing an Attic in there as well. Who I'd always kind of forget the fucking goddamn mention. I'm sure there's probably somebody else too I'm forgetting to mention, but they are in there. So hopefully, if nothing else, maybe a Metal Threat or a goddamn Maryland Death Fest eventually would get a band like Attic, because that is somebody interview would be fucking badass too. Now would they duck the dog? Probably, just like everybody. But nonetheless, I would search them out and maybe get some shit signed if I can. Bring an LP, one of my LPs or so, and an interview would be fucking goddamn great. Preferably with that goddamn singer. Talking about that King voice of how easy was it to pull that goddamn off or just come natural. Grow up as a goddamn 9-year-old boy, fucking just practicing those, and then you're just able to do it. Or did you have to take goddamn lessons? How'd you get those down? Because I mean, most people I don't think could pull that sound off. Where you're like, wow, I mean, that really fucking sounds like them. So, want to hear some goddamn real metal? Pump for some real goddamn metal? Like I said, top 3 albums ago this year, pretty much almost without a shadow of a doubt, are going to be this for 2024. New Lurking Corpses, new Deicide, and the new Attic, goddammit. That is what the dog will be picking all 3 of those up for sure. So, yeah, I mean, I expect by the end of the year, if I do a goddamn top 2024 review, that's what it's going to be. Maybe King Diamond will put one out and say, he smoked them all. It's possible. He's got time still. He's got time. But ain't looking good, bro town. Comes from Sergio the Blue, but the guy about to get his moon later, goddammit.